So this is a new model for Audi, and it represents a new trend in the auto industry. We have vehicles like the Buick Encore, Mercedes-Benz GLA, and BMW X1. So these are kind of entry-level luxury compact crossovers. I know that's a mouthful, but it represents young buyers and older buyers too. So young buyers, they might have one kid, don't need a ton of room, don't need a big SUV, something even smaller than a Q5, for example, and that's where the Q3 comes in. Or for older buyers who kind of want the versatility of a crossover, but again, want something a little smaller form factor, a little bit lighter, a little better fuel economy. Starting price for the 2015 Audi Q3 is $32,500 for the Premium Plus, and $36,400 for the Prestige. If you want Quattro, that will add $2,100 to the respective models. Now, the only engine available is a 2-liter turbo, which is the same engine that is found in several Audi models. It works very well with this vehicle. You have the power when you need it. But of course, like most turbos, once you engage that turbo, you are going to be using significantly more fuel. As you can see, great visibility, which is what a lot of the older buyers are going to be looking for. Overall, extremely comfortable. Now, when you look at a vehicle like the Buick Encore, which I mentioned, it is priced quite a bit less. And in fact, where that vehicle tops out, that's kind of where the Q3 starts. I think that's more of a premium crossover, whereas this is more of a luxury crossover. What Audi does better than anybody, it includes Mercedes, includes BMW, is the interior. Surrounded by some LED accents around the speakers. If we were at nighttime right now, you'd see these nice red and white lights throughout that are designed to keep the driver alert and make it kind of easy on the eyes, as opposed to some of the brighter colors like the ambers and greens you've seen in other vehicles. Everything works great. They got some new controls for the air conditioning, the climate control. It's now this kind of left-right toggle. Kind of interesting. You have your controller here that works quite well. So we put about 300 miles on our test vehicle over the past week. Really enjoyed it. Great navigation system. Just overall a real pleasure to drive. Our test vehicle is pretty loaded. Comes in around $38,000. So it's certainly representative of most of the options and features you would want. Seats are extremely comfortable. Not a whole lot of space in the second row, but that is pretty standard. There is plenty of headroom in the second row, but not a lot of leg room. No paddle shifters, but you do have a sport mode, and you can, when you're in drive, you can actually slide it over and manually shift. But if you go to sport mode, it's actually just going to give you more aggressive shifting. I think it's a testament to Audi engineering that this vehicle, although designed for perhaps females and older buyers, someone like me gets in it and I'm extremely comfortable. Plenty of headroom, leg room, shoulder room, hip room, etc. It's really amazing. When you look at the car from the outside, it looks quite small, but once you get inside, it is very roomy, very spacious. With the upgraded package, you do get the automatic liftgate, which I think is a great feature. There is a $550 sport package, which gives you the leather steering wheel, paddle shifters, and the drive mode select. Audi claims 0 to 60 times around 7.6 for the front wheel drive model and 8.2 seconds for the all-wheel drive or Quattro models. The 2-liter turbo is rated at 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. So compared to the competition, I would definitely put this at the top. Drove the GLA and the X1 as well as the Encore. The Encore really doesn't compete directly, but looking at the two European competitors, I would have to say the X1 and the GLA both feel a little cheaper than this. The X1 has a bit of an advantage because it's rear-wheel drive, kind of keeping true to BMW's heritage, but it's rather insignificant for this segment. Audi could have really cut cost on the interior, kind of like what they did with the A3, but they didn't. I think they maintained just enough of that premium look and feel to still give owners that satisfaction that they did buy into a true luxury brand.